Last time I saw you in Maine at the golf tournament, Red Sox were struggling.
It was June.
June.
June was not a good month for the Red Sox.
What a
but
turnaround.
July has just been phenomenal.
And growing up in Maine, it's a different vibe in the summer when the Red Sox are relevant. People get excited.
Yeah, because it's your whole identity is wrapped up in this team. And I don't think people realize outside of New England how important they are for the community. And that not only in Boston, but you have New Hampshire, you have Vermont, and you have Maine. And, if your team's doing well, you feel great about life. If it's not, you don't feel so good.
You're shooting here in Toronto. Do you got to sort of keep that under wraps, or?
I do. I mean, I was here last year during the playoffs, right? And unfortunately, they didn't go through. And then, the Jays went through and played the Dodgers. And the next day after the Jays lost the World Series, it was like you could just feel the air get sucked out of the entire room. So, people put their identity in a team. And I think that's the beauty of it. I think that's the passion that you have and how deeply people care about the team and the players.
I was thinking about that, and what it is community, right?
It's absolutely all about community.
And it's fans of a show.
Yes.
Fans of a team. The community you've built around the fight against cancer, right? Community is important.
And sports and cancer go hand in hand because it takes a team, right? You look at, the Jimmy Fund has been around since 1943, 48 or something like that. And that was about the community, about taking care of this one kid that inspired everybody, who was anonymous, I think, until 98 or something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that. So it was about, giving back and taking care of your community. And I think that's very important and very much a part of what New England is about.
You obviously saw what your mother went through, and you and your sisters decided to do something.
Right.
Because you knew other people were going through that, right? Like the vulnerability, not just for the patient, but for the family, and how you saw an opportunity to help empower these people.
Right. I think there's a lot that goes into research, which is what Dana-Farber's doing and what the Jimmy Fund does. That money goes to that. And that's one aspect of it. That's like part of your ball club, right? You have to have, everybody's playing different bases at different positions. And then you have your coaches, and you have to rely on everybody coming together. So what we focus on at the Dempsey Center is the wraparound care. It's when the doctors are done and then the nurses are done. That's when we step in and help not only the patient who's been impacted, but also the family and the children and anyone around them, and customizing the care. So what do? We do counseling is very important. Acupuncture is very important. And we have those in nutrition, prevention, and through into survivorship as well.
It's amazing, and you've seen it over the years. I've been doing the telethon now for 20-some years. What was fatal is chronic.
Right.
What was untreatable is now manageable. It makes you realize how far we've come, but how much more work there still is to do.
We're so close. I think that's why it's so important to have the money to do the research. And I think we're going to see a huge change. And we're already seeing that. Every day you pick up the paper, there's another breakthrough. There's another trial that's making, a huge impact on the outcome of people's diagnosis, which is incredible. And with AI, I think we're going to see a lot more. And from the 40s to where we are today, it's night and day. It's no longer a death sentence.
When you learned more about this, going through everything with your mother, and then creating the center and learning about this fight, what has struck you? You did the video I saw about early detection of colorectal cancer.
Right.
You've become very passionate, not just about the care, but about just getting the word out. What people can do to limit their diagnosis, to get early detection, the entire fight against cancer. You've become very knowledgeable, and you've used your platform to speak about it.
Yeah, I think that's the best part of having a platform, is to do something worthwhile and positive with it. And it's very fulfilling. And you come in contact with so many great people. And when you're working for a cause greater than yourself, and this is goes into the team in Boston and why it's so important, it's there is a spirit we're feeling right now in July. Hopefully it carries us through into the playoffs. But that's to me what is the most energizing, is being a part of a team and being able to do something positive. And if you know your family history and you talk to your doctor, you get your screenings, you're going to have a good opportunity to survive if, God forbid, you get a diagnosis. So those are important things to talk about. The
Dempsey Challenge in September up in Lewiston.
Yeah, it's coming up. So
it's a great event. I was thinking about, tentpole events like that, like the telethon that we're doing now. They're really important because not only do you raise a lot of money and you get some people to actively engage, but you also get the word out. For a couple of days, people are watching Red Sox baseball, going to hear a lot of talk about cancer. A couple of days in Lewiston, everyone's talking about the fight against. That's really important.
It really is, and all of our services are at no cost, so it's a very important thing for us to raise the money to be able to keep the doors open and to be able to reach more people. And with the pressure of what's happening with the economy right now, a diagnosis can wipe you out. And what's happening within Medicare and Medicaid and everything that's happening in DC, and these things are being taken away from people, the more support and help you can give them, the better it is for their outcome. Because the last thing you want to be worrying about is paying your bills. We can bring attention to the work that we're doing, the work that you guys are doing, and the work that Dana-Farber's doing. A lot of people from Maine go to Boston to get treatment. My mom went several times. So we are all part of that community, and the more awareness that we can bring to the community, the better it is for people that are looking for help and direction.
There's a girl I met, Maddie Alexander, one of the first telethons I did. She was 3 when she was fighting cancer. She's going to go to middle school now, right?
Beautiful.
And you see that person grow, healthy. You've seen hundreds, if not thousands, of people that you've been able to impact through that.
Right.
What does it mean to you when you see the survivorship, you see the family, when they come and thank you?
Oh, it's great, because you pick up where you left off and you're just so happy and you're just celebrating life. And a lot of people go into the medical profession because of it. Younger people that have been diagnosed go into it in some capacity because it's part of their DNA now and part of their development of being in a hospital. And they do something really positive and turn that diagnosis around in a really positive way.
Our theme is Together Against Cancer, which
Right.
I love because you hear stories about almost competing efforts, right? How important it is to make sure that this umbrella is helping everybody. You've done a lot in Maine and you've grown it nationally. You've had people around the country come to you for care and for help. How important is that, though, to just make sure they're not separate silos, to make sure all this is going in the right direction?
Yeah, you have to put the ego aside, and I know it's very challenging to raise money, but if you work together, you can impact more people, you can reach more people, and you can figure out, okay, what's your strength? It's like a baseball team. It's like if you need someone in a position like you don't have a good, strong shortstop, which that's not the case. But you know what? You got to add to that team in order to get a championship-winning ball club. It's the same thing when it comes into a cancer diagnosis. It's like you want to have the right people around you, and the more people that you can work with, the better off you're going to be, the stronger you're going to be.
I want to ask you, sort of finally, just about, you've been such an advocate for self-advocacy, right? For you've learned this, right? Like your
and I do it
mother,
myself too. It's
right.
also a reminder of I understand my family history, and it's important to go and do that and practice that. So I hope you're getting your screenings as well.
I am. I just went through the genetic testing. My father had prostate cancer, get ahead of it.
Yeah.
That's the whole. And because there are tools now that didn't exist 15 years ago.
Well, the blood tests are really good. The screening process is less invasive, so it's much easier. And it makes a big difference. Your whole outlook on life. You don't have that worry in the back of your mind anymore. You're like, okay, I dealt with that. I'm good for a few years. Let's get on and really celebrate life.
All right, I got to ask you. We're here backstage as you're shooting season 2 of Memory of a Killer.
Yeah.
How fun have you had with this role? How much fun have you had?
Well, first of all, I'm grateful to be working. Right, number one, and then to have a show that people are enjoying is even more important. But it's great. I'm having a great time. I'm up here in Canada, and I think growing up in Maine, we have a close relationship with the Canadians. There's a fierce rivalry there that and there's a competitive nature, but we're all very similar in many ways. So it's great. It's really great to be here, to be working, and I have a great time playing a different type of character.
Yeah, it is.
I'm doing an action sequence right now. I got a fight sequence. So
yeah, you got to.
It's like when you're a kid and you're out in the yard and you're playing the fights. I do that for real now. Not for real, but for fun.
We get a Patrick Dempsey action figure out of this?
Not this time.
No. I want to ask you finally, if the Red Sox ever end up playing Toronto in a playoff series and you are here, would you be rocking a Red Sox t-shirt on the set?
I would be. I wore it to set one day and I got in a lot of trouble, but it was good, But yeah, I would definitely be there. I wish I could be at the game tonight. But unfortunately I'm working. But yeah, it's really important to, and people get that. It's nice. And the fans come together. It's an emotional, cathartic experience when you're at the ballpark. And now with the pitching clock, it moves so quickly. I can't get over it. And it's just great to see how much fun they're having. I mean, you have a guy like Peyton who is bringing the joy to professional sports in such a great way. It's like that little kid that you start off playing in Little League is still there. And you see how infectious that is, not only for what he's doing individually, but within the team itself, and then throughout the community.
Patrick, we thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks for taking the time.
Great to see you.